Hello, Furality. What is up? I'm the Gray Boy. I got the toasty beans, and thank you all for being here on my first ever panel, hosting at a convention. So I've been streaming since last year. My Twitch anniversary is on the 27th, and that's also pretty much when I joined the fandom. Um, I've been streaming for a couple months. Uh whew, hold on. I just need to gather my thoughts here. Whew. So I've been to a few cons since I got to the got into the fandom. I've been to TFF on my as my first virtual con. That was when they did it virtually. Then I flew out to Colorado for Denver as my first in-person con. And then when I got back from there, about a month later, I was still streaming, and then I thought about hooking my VJ software to my streams. So I went ahead and set up two rigs and got the MIDI to work between them. But then I noticed my VJ software has OSC built into it. And I was thinking, dang, if I could make a chat command that could send an OSC message to it, then I got chat commands that set up filters and audio reactive stuff and all that good stuff. So I started making my awesome streaming companion, Lon. Lon is a Spooder bot, and a Spooder bot is a little program that runs on your own hardware on your own LAN that takes Twitch chat and Twitch events and emits OSC everywhere, like on your software, on your VJ software, on your music software, and here on your VRChat avatar parameters. And we also have custom browser overlays, and it's all done by OSC. So my Spooder is public on GitHub. On my GitHub name is Gray Soul, and the README on here will explain everything that you need to know about it. And we're gonna go through the whole UI, the whole shebang with it here. Just a sec. So yeah, when you get into the initialization, you'll need to give it your very own dev.twitch.tv credentials. So you'll need to register your own application, get a client ID and secret from there, and then through npm run init, it'll ask you about that at like as soon as like that as the first questions. So once you get that all set, you'll have the web UI hosted from your Spooder, and here it is. This is where you will land. So the very first thing you would want to do here is to authorize your your Twitch account for broadcasting. And once you do that, your OAuth will be stored and it'll be used to log into chat. And if you ever want to switch your channel, it automatically logs you in based on the username that you put in here. But if you want to switch it to another channel, you can just put it there and then connect. And Lon is right here in the chat. If y'all want, you can give him an ooh woo or an oh whoa. He'll mimic any face that is 3 characters long, 3 or 5 characters long with a W in the middle. So we'll start here with the deck. I showed about the switching chat channels, yeah. And you also have a simple OBS remote where you can put in the local IP of your OBS machine, port, and password, and then connect to it. and this will give you just like some quick buttons to toggle your streaming or recording or studio mode and transitioning. And once you're connected, it'll also show your active scenes, your scenes that you can switch between. And down here is your OSC monitor. This will tell you all the messages that are coming into that are going outside of Spooder. So you'll have a little monitor there. So that's your deck. Over here is the configuration. Most of this stuff is filled in when you initialize. These are pretty much defaults. You'll just need to put in your local IP for your Spooder here, and port 3000 for the host port. That's usually default. And there's the bot name. There's the help command, which can be pretty much any command that you want. It could just be help if you want it to, and it will be ! help command to make the introduction line. So if you do ! Lon in the chat, he'll introduce himself and give him some and give you some fun little chat commands to play around with. Now, the main reason why we're here in the configuration, since everything is pretty much filled in by default, is right here, the UDP clients. So, and these are the machines that are listening to OSC with software that has supported OSC software. So right here we got, oh yeah, there you go. There's the Fox and Cat launcher. You can edit your own. Oh, okay. There's no hyperlinks allowed, so you can't quite edit it, but yeah, it's there. Follow me on my channel, Greyboy Gaming, to check that out. So UDP clients, we got a couple machines here with different ports. So we got our main PC at port 9000. That's VRChat's usual default port to listen through. And we also got main PC audio, which is the same machine at 9001. That's for my audio VSTs. And we also got the streamer PC that's running at port 9000 for my VJ software. And we also got got another software for MIDI, for OSC to MIDI, so you can do channel point rewards on my avatar, like, bonking, booping, and petting. So that is the config. So once you got all these UDP clients set, you can set them as triggers in the events. And these are all the events that I have. You can add new events right here and add new groups for events here. Now, event names are kind of I mean, what the name that you put in here is the name it is inside the JSON file. So if you were to put in a name that is like already used inside the JSON file, it'll turn red, and I mean, you could add to it, and that might overwrite it, but it's just to let you know that that's already taken. So when it comes to events, we're gonna take a look at our at the VRChat commands here. We got a doggy dance, and this is triggered by a chat command, or we could set it as one of my Twitch rewards right here. Now, we also have commands to put in here, and you can put in as many commands as you want. There is the response command that you can write a little script to make a response, and the event object for this, which is for a chat command, it is like the that goes in. So you can put in like event.username, event.message, and such, and then put that in here, and then you can verify the script to make sure it works. green border means good, red border means bad, and you can and if it's red border, then you can open up the development console and it'll print out the error for it. Now, over here is where we trigger the avatar. VRChat avatars are controlled by /avatar /parameters/parameter. So we got dance choice here, and that's going to be set to 4 for 5 seconds here, and then it's going to be set to off. And another thing we could do is set to one shot, where it would press on and then off immediately. So you can make these the same if you want to one shot it and make it stay that way. Whatever's cool. And when it comes to plugin commands, we'll get to that near the end of the overview. You can send in an event name as well, and these are all coming with delays in milliseconds, so you can sequence these commands however you wish. This is the notify activation in chat toggle. If you put that on, then it's going to then Lon will tell you that the command has been triggered. It'll tell you when the command is available after the event-wide cooldown is done, and it'll also tell you how many seconds are left if you try to activate the command before the cooldown is done. So that's the doggy dance, and the same thing is happening here with the hue cycle. We just set the hue cycle on our avatar to 1, and then for about 2 minutes, and then we set it to 0. And that's pretty much how Spooder's events work. And so now we'll go on to the event sub. This one's a little tricky because we need a little workaround to make this work. So Twitch event subs require an HTTPS callback URL to work properly. And since this is software that runs on your local machine, that won't be acceptable. But luckily, you do have a little service called ngrok to tunnel your events through a secure HTTPS URL straight to your local machine. And it's free to use. You can make a free account, and you can use it for however long you want. The only catch is that it needs is that every time you run ngrok, it gives you a random URL. And that's why I do recommend that you install Spooder on a Raspberry Pi, so you can keep that active and not lose your URL. But if you were to lose your URL, then all your event subs will become invalidated. But it's okay. You can just delete all these and then add them once again, and all your settings will be preserved within Spooder. So when we get to event subs, what you'll need is a broadcaster OAuth, and this is just a separate set of OAuth tokens. That's the access token and the refresh token to grab your channel point rewards. Mostly, most of these event subs are picked up by the username that you set here on your config. But for channel point rewards, you will need a broadcaster OAuth. So with your broadcaster account authorized here, you can save it here by clicking this button. And then if you want to, you can log out of Twitch and back in as your bot account and authorize again. So you'd have your bot account as your chat, and your broadcaster account as your broadcaster. And that'll works out. So Spooder supports all of Twitch's event subscriptions, and you can handle each one of them in one of four, or well, not one to four, any of four ways. You can have it say something in chat, which is just like in the events tab. You can it injects the event object from Twitch's event sub into there. So you notice that the username looks different. This is just the same as what it shows in the API documentation. So you can use that as reference to build your script here. And another thing you can do is send it to an overlay. So I have it generally sending to event sub / channel follow. That is for my alert box plugin, the alert toaster, which earlier you did see that that my that I received a new follower that popped up there. Yeah, that's from this guy right here. And you can also send it to a plugin, which would handle it in its own way to send to an overlay. Very flexible, very useful. And there's also sending to software. So you got all your UDP clients right here, and you can set it to make your avatar dance, like here. This is the same thing as the Doggy dance, and you can make that run for however long you want in milliseconds until it shuts off. Now, when it comes to channel point redemptions, you do need to have these two subscribed here in order to hook them into events, but you don't necessarily need to handle them here. They can just all stay off. Making sure I didn't miss anything. Just make sure that once you have your new callback URL in here, make sure you save it at the end, because it's going to take from that file in order to set your callback for event subs. And so there we go. There's the that's how all the events work on Spooder. And if all these controls here if you want to make something even more complex than what these controls have to offer, then you can make yourself a plugin. And plugins, just like just like that Fox launcher you guys keep launching with, it's really cool. It hosts your own browser overlay, and it also handles its own stuff in the background. So right here on my GitHub, I have a sample plugin that explains everything you need to know. What we have is two folders right here. This one is a JavaScript module that loads along with Spooder. It also reloads when you click refresh plugins here. And each of these plugins has an on-chat, on-OSC, and on-event function. So event subs and Spooder events, they're all sent here on event. You can have it read the chat here and do some stuff with that there. And you can also set an OSC trigger with this function. Now the thing with plugins is that they only listen to addresses with their plugin name in front of the address, unless you uncomment this flag right here is alert box, because alert boxes do need to listen for the /connect messages from other plugins. So this will let you listen to all OSC, not just the ones that are reserved for the plugin here. And it's all documented. It tells you a couple global functions that you can use to send OSC to. And yeah, the command list is also part of the help command. With the help command, you can put in like !lawn space events, and or event, I think, and it'll tell you all the events that Spooder has. Or you can give it a plugin name like Fox Launcher, and it'll give you the commands list for that one. And each command has its own description that you can put in here. It's kind of like a command line interface that way. And so yeah, this is the bare bones of a plugin on the back end with Spooder itself. The settings form is a custom. Well, it's just HTML pretty much with some special things in there. That give you all the settings that you can to make your own settings UI. And that'll go into the settings JSON, which you can set and save there. And over here we got overlay, which is what's being hosted through the URL that shows right here, and that's also what OBS accesses. And each plugin comes with an OSC bundle, so it's already set up for you. All you have to do is just host it on Spooder, and it's ready to go. The sample requires get OSC message for that, and then from there you can just put all your code in that, and make it do all kinds of good stuff. This is great to use for Adobe Animate. Some plugins I use Adobe Animate for, like the Fox Launcher. The Fox Launcher, though, is gonna be rewritten into Pixie.js, so it can take multiple. It can take pretty much like any SVG, and you can put your own color codes into it for customization for your viewers to customize. So that's gonna be really cool. So the way you install plugins is just simply download this code or clone it, and then compress these two folders into a zip file. And then you can just click install new plugin, select the zip, and then it'll be boom, just show right here, ready to go. And each plugin has its own settings and assets to put on. So right here is the graphic board. This will be released sometime soon to my Ko-Fi page. You can have something show up and play a sound for it. So let's hook one of my channel's favorite things, emotional damage. So we're gonna take off the reward part for that, put on the chat command for it, and then we'll save it. All right, now if you call exclamation point emotional damage right now, you'll trigger the graphic. There you go. Wow, that looked pretty loud on OBS. I don't know what was up with the emotional damage. Okay, let me just turn that down a little bit. There we go. Oh geez. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't necessarily have a cooldown ready for that, so yeah, you could do that. One of my mods has done that before. Is just yeah. It happens. All right, I think that's the graphic board. I'm just gonna shut that off for a demonstration. So that's the graphic board right there. So with the sample plugin, you can install it, from a zip, and you can also develop directly onto that folder. And when your code is all finished up, you can just click on the download button, and there you go. It's packaged up, zipped up, ready for deployment. And you can this way you can like ship it with your Gumroad assets. Let's say you make an interactive prop with VRChat. You can package it with a Spooder plugin and make it instantly Twitch compatible, Twitch interactable that way. So yeah, that's um let's see, is there anything else that I might have missed? We're we're making a good time here. I think I've just about covered everything with Spooder. Yeah, so I'm developing this actively. This is pretty much my introduction to GitHub and web development all together. Like for like second year in Node.js, first year in React.js, and I'm still looking for a job with in web development as a full stack engineer. And so, you know, this is my GitHub, and I'm just building it up to in submitting applications, and also looking for support for this. If you support me, you do get some cool plugins. You get that graphic board that you saw earlier. You also get the Fox launcher that you're playing with here, and we're also going to be. I'm also going to be submitting some open source plugins for Stream Essentials. So right now we have the Spooder chat box and the Spooder emote wall, and soon you will also have access to the alert toaster that I mentioned before. So alert box, chat box, emote wall, it's all yours. It's all yours to play around with. When you get Spooder. So over on the chat box, we got some settings here. You can set the window color, opacity, border color, opacity, text color, default name color. So like if one of your viewers doesn't have a specific color set for their chat identity, then this is the color that it'll use. And you can also choose to either listen to the user's name color or not. And this one is for displaying bot messages. So Lon will show up in the chat box plugin. Let me go ahead and activate the chat box here. Yeah. So there's that. And we got all our plugins popping up on the alert toaster. We got our chat box here, and this also includes the OWO face mimicking that you saw earlier, with any OWO face that you put in the chat. That avatar is so cute. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. So those are a couple of the plugins that we have available right here. The emote wall lets you set how many how big you want your emotes to show. And yeah, soon here's the alert toaster here, which is coming soon. You'll be able to set up events for event alerts for any of Twitch's events, and a couple of Spooder's events, like command or connection loss. Command is alerted when you trigger something in the events, and connection loss is in case your Spooder crashes, and it'll play a sound and send it to you there. All right, the chat box is taking up a lot of the screen, so I'm just gonna take that out. I'll keep the Fox launcher up for you, though. It's a pretty cool plugin, yeah. So yeah, all these events can also have response scripts, just like just like any other event. I need to find a way to verify the scripts on that. And you can also change the default alert icon. You can put in any icons that you want here. It has GIF support. It has PNGs. Well, not that PNG, but there we go. So, that's all the plugins. That's everything here. This is OSC tunnels. It's pretty much, you know, receive from one end, come out the other. Could be useful for hardware and touch OSC, but yeah, personally I haven't found much of a use for it for now, and but maybe you could. And Spooder's web UI is also mobile friendly, so you can work with this on your phone, playing around with the OBS remote, or you know, installing plugins and all that good stuff. Okay, so with all that said, let's begin with the avatar here. So we got our avatar, and it's now hooked up to OSC. Go ahead and give it the hue cycle command. Exclamation point hue cycle. All one word, all lowercase. Gonna grab some water here. There you go. So yeah, thanks to the Poyomi shaders, the Poyomi Tune shader, we set the hue cycle speed to 2 just by pressing just by setting the hue cycle avatar parameter to 1. That's like the animation that it's set to, and that this will automatically turn off within 120 seconds, 2 minutes. Yeah. There's also the doggy dance command. So exclamation point doggy dance, spelled with an IE, not a Y. You can make him dance. There you go. So that's our doggy dance command. And he'll also do this if you follow my channel, Greyboy Gaming. And finally, we also have a plugin to showcase here. Type in exclamation point fairy. We have a fairy interactive prop that's hidden on this avatar, and if you call exclamation point fairy, it'll tell you what all it can do. So there you go. Fairy idle, fairy orbit, fairy color, and fairy say. It's all works there. Did you hear that? It's quite quiet because when it's uploaded to when it's being used on VRChat, audio sources are toned down to for safety. So I'm not totally sure how to increase the volume. Maybe it's increasing the radius or something, but I'm not totally sure how to do that. I'm still kind of a noob on Unity and VRChat avatars, so if anybody knows how to do that, you know, let me know. But yeah, that is most of what we got here for that. The rest of the presentation, just Q&A and play around with the avatar and all the plugins and such. And yeah, so the name on GitHub is Gray Soul. Go ahead and give Spooder a try and go wild with it. You can take full control. You make your stream like an open canvas with it. It's like, you know, like the Spooder bot would be your very own Twitch companion. Is that skills to play? Thanks for the follow, dude. Alright, so we are open for Q&A now. Ready to go there. Perhaps, do I need to look at the Discord for this? Let me see. Oh, whoa, woo, oh, whoa, woo. Do I have an in-depth YouTube tutorial for setup and its attributes? Not currently, but I will soon. I will eventually. This is all pretty much new. I did some serious code crunching as soon as I became affiliate, and that was like 1 month ago. Do that doggy dance. Could you repost the link to your Twitch and GitHub? I missed those. Yes. Should I just like throw those into the the Discord? I'll do that. So, right here I'm gonna put in my Twitch there, and we'll also put in my GitHub. How long did it take for you to learn all this? Wow. I've been developing Spooder since September. So, let's see. That's like 9 months. Yeah. Not 9 months to learn Node.js Express, React.js, and the Twitch API. And you know, all that time I had to do. All that time I had for, like, you know, in unemployment, I had to develop on this. So you have zero clue how to set this up for your own Twitch channel. Well, no, I do. I just went through that. How to set this up for your own Twitch channel. You'll need your own credentials from dev.twitch.tv, your own app credentials to register there, and just initialize Spooder. Put those credentials in there with some of your network info, and put in your Twitch username, and there you go. You can edit local avatar variables. Yes, the parameters that are set on your avatar, they're pretty much already set for OSC on VRChat. So, and that amazed me too. It's like all you have to do is go onto here and enable your OSC, and then in your local avatar parameters are open for OSC. Very cool and creative. Thank you. I really appreciate that. My favorite feature, I really loved making the plugin system. It is the most challenging part of developing Spooder so far, but I really like how it opens up all the capabilities for event handling and OSC. So
here it comes.
You know, I can make cool stuff with it. You can make cool stuff with it. I've got a great idea for a stream game to make here, but for that I'll need to implement a new feature for plugins, and that is hosted utilities, which will be hosted just like the overlays would, except you use it to interface with the plugin directly. Mm-hmm. Yeah, all kinds of cool things you can make with this. You can just go wild with it.
Here it comes. Here it comes.
We got all these foxes and cats.
Here it comes. Here it comes. Here it comes.
See, I'm not sure. Yeah.
Here it
Love to
comes.
see to use this, but it's up for I'll commission someone to set this up. Yeah, since it's best used for a Raspberry. What the? Oh, you guys found the barrage command. Who found that out? Or did Lon tell you how to do that? It's cool. What are some of your how many, wait, okay, in order. How many hours of reading documentation did this project take? It looks great. Thank you. It took quite some, I can't tell you exactly how many hours of documentation, spelunking it took to, figure it all out, but, you know, just a lot. Alright, so, what are some of your planned future features? So, I want to make OSC triggers for the, for the Spooder events, so you can trigger events by hardware or touch OSC. I'm also going to put in, utilities for plugins. Like I said, those are going to be like little utilities they can bring up on your phone to interface with the plugin directly. Not installing a Linux VM to get npm and run it myself at all. I mean, it works with any machine that works with Node.js. Raspberry Pi is just a recommendation. I have tried it on Windows before. It works just fine on there as well. Since I have a Linux server, it would like to consider running it on. Would that be a good idea? Yes. And if it's hosted with your own domain, then boom, you got your own callback URL for event subs. So you don't need to mess with ngrok with that. Are there moderation tools for blocking certain people from using certain commands just in case? No. Currently, there is no auto moderation for this chatbot, but you can make certain commands like add it to your block terms on Twitch, and they won't be able to say that. My mods a couple streams ago had to do that when I turned on controller chaos. Using the controller chaos plugin, one of my viewers kept like pressing R2 just repeatedly until they blocked it in the terms. Yes, it runs Linux, it runs Windows, anything that can run Node.js.
Here it comes. Here it comes.
You can't hear me over the sounds people are using. All right, let me just turn on the Fox launcher a bit. Probably should have done that earlier. That's alright. Turn emotional damage back on. I mean, I could. Let's see. Just, I think the slow mode should... Well, it needs a proper, Wait, how did I turn it off? Oh, right. I just turned off the overlay part of it. So we'll bring it back in here, and it should be good to go. For some reason, the alert toaster keeps crashing. I don't know why. My future plans, like, what I really want to do is just bring the power of Streamlabs, Stream Elements right in your hands. Just like be able to, and you know, be able to have a share each other's creations throughout the internet. Is there an emergency kill switch for instance if commands are spammed? Can all pending commands be killed? No, there is not an emergency kill switch for that. I did have a panic command at some point, but that was for just turning off certain plugins. But yeah, that can definitely be implemented soon.
Emotional damage.
Emotional damage.
Emotional damage.
Can you modify your OBS from VRChat? I haven't tried listening for OSC from VRChat. I don't know if you can. I did see somewhere in the VRChat docs that it does have an output, so I will be looking into that.
Emotional damage.
All right, we got about 4 minutes left.
Emotional damage.
Very cool. Yeah, this has turned out very well. I mean, yeah, the graphic board is bugging out a little bit, but that's pretty funny, honestly. Here, let me also activate a pet command. Let's get the boop in here. For that we'll have to turn off the boop command here, and let's also get the pet command in here. I don't think we have petting. Oh, we do have petting here for chat. All right, so those are being replaced. All right, so now you got boop and pet. If you want to boop my character, or there you go. And yeah, that's running into an OSC to MIDI converter, which is used, which like the only way to like make your, oh my god, that's a lot of boops. The only way to do that is through MIDI. To trigger anything into Adobe Character Animator is through MIDI. So, yeah. Yeah, I have controls on my MIDI keyboard. I'm just using like a little uh Akai MPK Mini, and it can control the entire show. It can control my boy. It can control the VJ software as well. Here it is like this. So I rarely go to the screen, but it's pretty cool. I also got a hue cycle command, or a hue cycle reward here. You can also trigger this by reward. And why not kaleidoscope as well? Yeah. It's like, woo, trippy. All right, we got 1 minute remaining. So thank you all for coming in to play around with this stuff. I'm glad you guys are really enjoyed this presentation. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Stay cool, stay safe, and as always, stay toasty. Oh yes, with them toasty bean.